we are back at it again. Welcome, Fiifi-Manfred, to the Christmas edition. Like we started this morning, and you're ready, bro. Have you gotten some fufu to eat? Depending on wherever you find yourself, if you're in Nigeria, have you gotten some ogbono and some nice soup and stuff to eat? And when you're be that means the basic traditional stuff. If you want to go out as well, I think that you also deserve it. After a whole year of work, you have to put it through. For us, it's just work, and back-to-back consistent analysis and get it, bro. And we're on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So we are going nowhere. We're only bringing you the constant best analysis, I will say, of Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. And of course, and they made a preview of the Chelsea Fulham game and all of the other preview of the English Premier League games. And we're also on Boxing Day. Mind you, Boxing Day is for it's a day of giving gifts. So try and give gift to somebody who will be a some money gift to you. Try now pay gift to be man. Be nice to people. Give somebody something, a little token. It can be your time. I'm contacting Ipano and they say thank you to them on whatever they've done. Of course, obviously, again, second time today, want to say a big thank you to you. Everybody out joining us. I was asking Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. They can say, yeah, that's I mean, shout for all the time, everything, the data, everything that you spent on us on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. See a church said, Nami, inshallah, God should bless you. And then, of course, refill you everything that you have lost over here. We have a lot of conversation. First of all, I want to call Richardo because already in the Premier League table, this same time last season, and this same time this season. At this same time last season, by 25th of December, Manchester United were 8th. Not Chelsea, 10th. I remember, since that time, now Richardo, because you know, they be also Charlie Kofi, they be at 10th, 10th, 11. Now, Chelsea are second after a year. I want to call Richardo. Richard Smith, don't call. Nima Bizan say, how does he feel? 2025 for a year, man, is saying, football, how did it go? Let me call Richard Smith, don't call. What he's going to say. I'm sure you will hear. I would increase it over here. Richard Smith, don't call. What's here for you? Pick up, Richardo. Hey, not Richardo. Where is Richardo? I'll call him again. My friend of him. He is Richardo. I spoke to him and ran up. So he has to be around. You have to reach him. Yeah, it's going through. Richard, pick up. Richardo, pick up. Rich, yo. Rich! What's up? Yeah. What's the maker? Now what's saying? Cool. Now, how far? When are we there now? Oh. Now, your friend saying, last season by this time on. English Premier League table. Now more that 8. Now more pointing Chelsea. Now Osre me pana. This season you know I say more than baby crowd. How far? Masa dey na me bisa say masa man from me bisa say I don't care about asem bi wana. Monday the boys say one bedroom I share that one ma. Are you true? Manchester never party or 5 pound. Maricondo. If you're Ricardo. This is a more than 13th. 22 points minus 1 goals. Team them credit. Hey. Now when I was more project or more your project. Manchester team in your M1. Semenyo should go. With me, Maza. With me, come up here. A 1 hour. Now we are doing next 2 weeks. You will quit you. Maza, bye. But I change your link up. You can pay for me each time. I will try about my friend. Sharp. Right, Richardo, obviously expressing the displeasure. But like as you can see, on an even extra more serious note, social English reality table down. Last year by this time, Arsenal were on top of the league. As at December 25th, no more 40 points. Liverpool 39 points, Aston Villa 39, Spurs 36, Man City 34. Wow, so Tottenham Hotspur were around the top 4 by the time the season ended. And they didn't qualify for the Champions League. Wow, Spurs 34. Oh, Man City were still out of the top 4 by Christmas last season. Wow, this season still out of the top 4. I mean, then without right Pep Guardiola in the team awful. This season the highest team now of 39 points. Wow, there's a long way to go actually. There is a long way to go. Now, so you're Chelsea here, you probably understand why Enzo Maresca keeps on telling people, say, Chelsea are maybe not in the title race. Because as at this time last season, Tottenham Hotspur were in the title race, but they were nowhere close to it. Aston Villa were in the title race, they didn't win it. Manchester City are on that 5th position they be here. There are a lot of games to go because by Christmas, you would have played 16, 17 games. Okay, last year by this time, Arsenal about 18 games this season. Liverpool about just 16 games. Chelsea about just 17. But still, there's a long way to go. But of course, on the part of Chelsea, it tells you say what a last few 6 months they can do to a club. A tumultuous club at the start here. Now everybody was saying that Chelsea were in a bad place. Chelsea cannot be successful. Chelsea projects in a bad. Just a couple of months into it and some consistent performance. Almost everything at the end of the 2024 year though, seems to be going on well for them. One, in terms of the commercial side of the club, there are a lot of agencies, especially Chelsea here, in terms of sponsorship deals, and away from that also, there is also teams at games at Chelsea winning back to back. As it stands now, Chelsea are second in the English Premier League after playing 17 games with a goal difference of 18, second highest goal difference, joint with Arsenal. Last year, by this time, Arsenal still had an 18 goal difference, and Liverpool 18. Manchester City had 17. There's a long way to go, but really, if this is anything to go by, Pep Guardiola last year by this time had 34 points. This season, it's a drop as compared to last season performance now. But still, they are not far away from the top sides in 7th position with 27 points. Newcastle were just 1 point behind them and English Premier League. So it tells you, so the English Premier League closed last season. Still, Manchester United are still struggling last season. They were 8th this season, almost at the 13th. 22 points as it stands now. Last season, but they still no more 28 points, 6 points shy after a season that Eric Ten Hag starts here almost second. So there's a long way to go, and maybe this is why now Enzo Maresca said, I mean, you can't just say that Chelsea were title racing because Chelsea winning matches. What can really put them in the title race when it matters most at the end of the day is if Chelsea gets wins consistently, not or share back to back, no winning games, no keeping consistent performances, then you can say that Chelsea really can win something and it can get results. And Ochina, the games for the festive season, start officially tomorrow. Ochina Chelsea will be against Fulham, Man City or games injuries can change a lot. I mean, number of games available can change a lot. All of these things a bit English Premier League. And that is why tomorrow it's an important set of games that will start. All of the games our English Premier League 8 matches and the starts from 12:30. Man City versus Everton, Bournemouth versus Crystal Palace, Chelsea and Fulham at 3 o'clock. Our Stamford Bridge, there's Newcastle versus Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest versus Tottenham Hotspur, Southampton versus West Ham United, Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Manchester United, Liverpool versus Leicester City. And then of course the next set of games now on Sunday and then on Monday. So on Sunday there are 6 games. English Premier League matches now. Chelsea will be there on Monday, next week Monday, and at Chelsea on Sunday 29th. Chelsea will be on the 30th of December. And Chelsea will be the next game after because on Monday, which is Ipswich Town. Ipswich will be on Friday. Not tomorrow. Ipswich will not play tomorrow. They'll play on Friday. And on Monday, there is Aston Villa versus Brighton. There is Ipswich versus Chelsea. And then, of course, there is Manchester United versus Newcastle. Huge games on Monday with respect to all the games. So it tells you say matches and these are matches that you need to be very, very careful of. One, you're careful. That's how dropping points are. Then you are in serious trouble. You want to keep on going on and then winning. And now, according to Opta Joe say Chelsea are the first team to spend Christmas Day at the top 2, having been as low as 10th on December 25 the previous year, since Chelsea themselves in 2015-2016, 15th, and then 2016-2017 they were first. So it tells you how Chelsea as a club like this, and that's one of the reasons in Chelsea owners never, you know, they said that they want sustained spell of success. Success I've been this year, not next year when you're success in game, not this year when you're success, not next year when you're success in game. They don't want that. They want to be succeeding consistently. And of course, Chelsea will hope that by the same time next year, they will still be on top of the conversation. Our English Premier League, mind you, Sar game away our home at Fulham. Fulham just a few kilometers and meters away from Chelsea. So any game in Mobile is going to be a short distance. A very pre-match analysis for you of all the games. Send me who do you have it mistake who bet when I enjoy the analysis. I see. And the slot is just the 4th manager to be top of the English Premier League at Christmas Day in his first season in the competition. I remember Antonio Conte, Carlo Ancelotti also as part of the list. I don't know who the other one. Oh, Jose Mourinho, according to Opta. So it was Jose Mourinho in the 04-05, the first season. He was top of the league. Carlo Ancelotti in 16. In 09-010, that season I Chelsea considered just 15 goals in the season. And then, of course, Carlo Antonio Conte also in the 2016-2017 season, and also top of the league when he came. So Antonio Conte around that point in time had won 3 games in a row. And Okulusu against Arsene Wenger or Emirates at the Arsenal. And just at halftime, also say, the Gary Cahill, and I'll be shaving about 3 back. Since then, everything went on. Manchester City, in 7th place in the Premier League on Christmas Day, has never finished higher than 4th at the end of the season. I mean, a while ago I was saying that Pep Guardiola and Manchester are not too far off, but this metric, this data is very, very telling. I'll say a team 7th place in the English Premier League on Christmas Day has never finished higher than 4th. Wow! So the best Manchester City can do if they do better is with 4th. We'll wait to see how that goes, of course, with respect to what's going on over there. In the next few weeks, as the games come now, we can tell what really will happen. I'm going to say Manchester United will spend Christmas Day on 13th, their lowest position on December 25, since they were 15th in 1986, and the new manager, Sir Alex Ferguson, it's miserable. Of course, Cole Palmer has created the most chances for a Chelsea player since Abantia, your friend Eden Hazard. So definitely some good stuff in there going on for it. When we go into the games that are going to go on, God willing, tomorrow we'll just hit on the other games that we'll have the in-depth analysis on the games that will go on, God willing, tomorrow for Chelsea and then Fulham as well. Manchester City is going to play at home at Etihad. City are struggling, very much struggling. The last time out, someone lost 2-1 against Aston Villa. But one of the things that seems to be good for Manchester City, they say, some will fear at Etihad. They tend to get the results. They tend to play well. They tend to be able to get good results. In 12 matches, Oma draw 2, lose 9 of them. Not a good one for Manchester City and Joseph Guardiola. Pep Guardiola's men sit bottom form of the top table. 7th. 1 win, 1 draw, 6 losses. English Premier League game. Guardiola's quest to find a way sees his side meet Everton on Boxing Day. So Everton and 2 draws, 1 against Arsenal, the other 1 against Chelsea. Very stubborn side, very, very resolute. It's a difficult game for Joseph Guardiola against my friend Everton. It's even a game that you can't automatically say City for Everton for City are going to score more goals, and I say there's going to be an over 1.5. I think that this match, City double chance is something that should not be far off also. At home, some of the big games that because Arsenal will play on Friday, but Tottenham Hotspur and Nottingham Forest, but Nottingham have been very stubborn, and if you are going away to go and play Nottingham Forest, then you need to be careful. And of course, they are playing against a Nottingham Forest that are defensively very resolute and can hit Tottenham Hotspur on the turnovers. Manchester United will go away to go and play against team and friend of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Then Leicester City, any team and friend Liverpool, their last time out drop points against Fulham. And it's a game that they can definitely get a job done. But Chelsea, Leicester City is a team that can upset after the slump in form, in high standards in the last few withdrawals, and a breathless win 6-3 over Tottenham Hotspur. The Reds will now sit pretty on top of the Premier League tree at Christmas. 21st time in their history of the English Premier League. 20 previous seasons, they have won the titles 11 times in the 20 previous seasons. It's been the start and Slot could have only dreamed of, and with that being the Reds' last game at Anfield 2024, they will look to leverage the form that's seen Liverpool lose just 3 times in their 6-9 games at home, to make sure they go ahead and win. Leicester's upcoming opponents know all about that, having been a victim of 2 losses, a tally of a 17 losses in 25 head-to-head games now, and a good one for them. Of course, Ruud van Nistelrooy will look to see if he can turn something around. The Fox have subsequently slipped down table in recent weeks and will spend Christmas 2 points above relegation zone with 17 plays. The prospects of a celebratory Boxing Day win look slim on all fronts, especially historically, seeing as they have just won once away. So Leicester City have a huge game over there. Chelsea are going to play against Fulham. Historically, Fulham and Chelsea will feel that at the Stamford Bridge, Fulham always struggle to play against Chelsea. In fact, they find it very, very hard to win games against Chelsea. Some against our Stamford Bridge. And going away then is going to be a huge one. But why? The reason why this game is even tricky in the first place is just with respect to how Fulham have been in recent times. Fulham Arsenal for drawing away at the Craven Cottage. And again, in the last few games, Fulham have a lot of draws, including the draw away at Liverpool. So they score goals. They are good on the turnovers. If you look at players, Raul Jimenez, he's a stubborn player up top. And in fact, so I'm starting lineup. Fulham go into the game with a 4-2-3-1. Cuenca, Diop, Tete, and a bunch of Robinson. Then in the middle of the park, there is Lukic, there is Berg, there is Wilson, there is Pereira, Jimenez, and Alex Iwobi in their team. Then of course, because Washington team, the team are very, very good. Say sometimes play out from the back end. So the game against Everton. Everton were resolute. I mean, when I say Everton were resolute, I mean how on Everton consistently, any say Chelsea can break them through, can break through them centrally. Everton stopped that. And because there are times where they have to be intense, and they also reduce Chelsea's threat from wide areas with 1v1s now for Chelsea wingers. And I think that's the blueprint of Fulham Real match, how they can reduce Chelsea's threat 1v1. And it means that there should be a good job from Wilson and our branch friend Alex Iwobi. Now that's where the issue is. Alex Iwobi side, he dropping back to come and do a good job without the ball is probably going to be a little more difficult for him to do. And of course, it's a game where Chelsea will fancy those chances from outward. In a game like this, Chelsea wingers now going to be very important. So Enzo Maresca, I say definitely Abrantia, your friend Jadon Sancho should be in there. She plays some good matches in there. She should come in very important and then play well. Obviously, there's going to be Tosin Andre Biayo in the 2 games for Chelsea. He has been good, kept 1 clean sheet, playing up from the back whilst Leverkusen becomes the aggressor or the dog profile in terms of defending from the back. He has been very, very good in that regard. But whoever plays Robinson will have his work cut out because Robinson can't be beaten by pure pace, but more tricky and still enough to withstand it. Let's see who plays it. And again, like I said, the game will hinge on Chelsea's wingers now. Fulham are using back 4 means that, by the way, if their wingers don't track back adequately, there's going to be natural 1v1s, like I did mention. And especially on the side of Alex Iwobi, I think that Iwobi doesn't really work hard as much without the ball. So that's where there is an opportunity for Chelsea. Then we need Chelsea's wingers to come alive. Everton limited that. Like I did say, Shondai did an excellent job in limiting Chelsea's 1v1. If Tete were fit, Chelsea's wingers would have been facing a pair of fullbacks. That would be good in 1v1s alongside Robinson. But Tete out and will be facing Timothy Castagna, who can be gotten at. Sancho, something for me, fits Sancho enough. And I think that because Social beats Robertson, he's not purely the kind of fullback that you beat with pace now. What you want to do is that you want somebody with a La Pulsa. And again, I think it's something that Enzo Maresca tried against Everton when he played Jadon Sancho. Knowing said Ashley Young, any player or a lot of pace now, he gave somebody that you want to beat with trickery. But sometimes trickery is not enough. And I think that this game, Enzo Maresca would have to manage it very well. The times where he has to take off certain wingers and bring on other wingers. I don't know, say, Noni man waking the best start, and I say Pedro Neto the best start, yeah. But then Robertson, there's something there for Chelsea wingers now. And Fulham also did defend deep. And again, so defended deeper. unless you are smart with when you are blocking passing lanes, you are aggressive with your press and jumping and stuff. Unless you get a spot on Chelsea can hurt you, and that's why there's a lot of opportunity for Chelsea when deep passes come in. They struggle against Liverpool when Liverpool went down by a goal to a man down because they knew they were meant to be attacking but couldn't handle how Liverpool were still able to play. It was a very funny game. So how do Chelsea go into the game? Like you saw against Stamford Bridge last season and earlier this year, the bombing runs of Robinson and of course tracking back of Malo Gusto because he didn't have enough help from Cole Palmer at the time. Or Maresca wants his wingers to work as obvious at that time. Chelsea will have either Noni Madueke or Pedro Neto coming back to come and help him a lot. Of course, on the other side, I think that really what Chelsea can do is to press and be aggressive. You see, one of the best things our teams that play low is to sustain the pressure. Say, all attacking the background, you be attack one game be end to end. But so sustaining pressure, now you're on. I say no about back and one counter pressing watching, and that's why Marco Correa is going to be important for his underlaps. No, the underlaps are very important, especially on the left hand side when you're playing with Jadon Sancho. Something was missing against my friend Everton. The underlap should be very, very important. I think this is a game Chelsea should get all 3 points and give a Boxing Day present to our fans. And you may see Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Thank you. We'll be back, God willing, tomorrow morning. And also after the game, so the analysis thing, I will give you consistency. I'm going nowhere. Christmas, you know what I need. So then, bye-bye. Take care.